Hopefully the shit that's on my chest that's glowing did not come from my body.
We've been through this already.
I'm just worried about myself, bro.
Yeah, well, you should.
Just when you think you've solved it, you're dead wrong.
They were handcuffed and later taken to jail.
Why are they putting this on us?
I think they should cut it out now, because this ain't gonna solve the problem.
I told you I don't want you living with roaches.
Testing.
Warning, this show contains graphic depictions, tasteless painting, and real-life accounts of the most nefarious of activities. Yea, though they do try to project themselves as upstanding, productive members of society, these two knuckleheads just ain't worth a damn. If any of you should find this show to be offensive, turn it off and stop being such a vagina.
Oh my God. I'm slightly hung over.
My God. I feel great, bro.
I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm on the fence where I either need to take a shot or drink some more coffee.
I would go for some Baileys in the coffee.
Yeah, I wish I could find some of that stuff. I think I have it. I just don't know where it's at.
Damn. That would be ideal.
Yes, it would. Anyway.
Yep.
How are you this fine morning, sir?
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
We're doing it again, the morning podcast.
Yeah. And now the roles are reversed.
It's an oddity. What do you mean?
Well, last time we did the morning podcast was at my place.
True.
So the dynamics change a bit.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't have to go anywhere today because the Saints game is coming on, and I will be able to partake of the alcohol.
Right.
In a previous episode, we talked about how New Orleans had the most gangsterous mini marts ever. You remember that?
Yep.
Well, you ever play the other side of the menu? Like there's this fucking place. I don't know why it doesn't serve any alcohol.
What are you talking about?
It's called Discount Zone.
Well, this concept makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, I can't believe they landed in New Orleans of all places and decided this is a great place to open up a store that doesn't have alcohol.
Is it a Mormon store?
No, you'd think that it was just full of Bibles or some shit, but no. In fact, it is a store with refreshments that don't contain alcohol.
So what happens if you sneak a beer in there?
I guess you could go in there and drink, but they're not going to sell you the next drink.
So it's a BYOB type thing.
I guess, but they need to have this all over the front of the store. Like, no, seriously, we don't serve alcohol.
Yeah, are there any warnings like don't come in if you're expecting alcohol?
No, so you get there, pump gas, park all this bullshit, pull in, fucking walk all the way up to the store, open the door, go to the back where the refrigerated stuff is, and then you look at an aisle full of not alcohol.
Yeah. What is it, like milk?
Yeah,
what
milk,
the fuck?
Gatorade, and then you look at the Indian guy behind the counter and you're like, why?
He's got the stash back there.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a religious thing. I don't know, but I just don't appreciate them existing in my region.
You know what I agree. I think we discussed this a bit last night. When you go to pump the gas and the gas thing, oh yeah, you had the overflow.
Yeah, I had the overflow. I was almost super rich.
So I've had the this pump doesn't work, or like go inside, see cashier, right? That fucking grinds my gears because like the whole point of the pay at the pump is to not have to go see the cashier.
And they don't even know you're coming. Like when you walk in there, you're thinking, all right, I'm in this situation. They know what's happening. They have no clue.
Yeah, they don't. And you got to wait in line.
Who are you? What pump number? And then you're like, I don't know. The
fucking pump number? What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
is this just fucking craziness?
Is this really that confusing? How many pumps do you have? Like 8?
Yeah. It drives me crazy.
If you ran from the pump to the cashier with a pistol in your hand, you could rob them blind, and all they could be like is, what pump? What pump number are you?
Yeah. That's kind of racist there, Dave.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck them all is what I say.
That's how you keep it non-racist.
You got your vape fixed?
I don't know. Every once in a while I look down at it and it's having a seizure on the screen. Like it's flinching.
Oh, well, you know.
You press a button, nothing happens, and you're trying to get an addictive substance from it, so you're full on ready to throw it through whatever is near you.
Have you heard, at least on the radio, there's new anti-vaping campaigns?
There's always been anti-vaping campaigns.
I don't get it. Like people, so I heard one dude, or like one ad, I think it is, and he's talking about like, so many adults are quitting smoking only to find that they're picking up vaping. And then Like, what does he say? He's like, it doesn't. He's like, you're still a loser or something like that. It's like, he's like, you've done no good in your life. You're just swapping out one bad for another. It's like, fuck you, dude. I made a big change in my life.
They're so critical. Yeah, well, that's what I did. I haven't been smoking cigarettes for years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a great thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But the problem is that the cigarette companies made their own vapes.
Yeah.
And those get grouped in with the rest of the vapes, but they have like tons more chemicals.
Is that the case? I didn't know that was the case.
Yeah, like Vuse, VUSE.
Oh, that's the big one.
That's made by a cigarette company.
Oh.
So inside that juice is a bunch of shit that's similar to cigarettes, whereas
Yeah.
all the other shit doesn't have all that stuff in it, but they get grouped together when they get criticized by like 60 Minutes or something.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So hate on haters.
So that's the defense, is that they're really only talking about the evil cigarette corporation vapes,
Yes.
but not all of the other ones.
And then there's shit on there like, it's going to explode next to your mouth hole and blow your face off. Well, yeah, man, if you get some shit from fucking a Chinese overnight company that you never heard before that's super cheap, suspiciously cheap.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably going to blow up in your face.
But that's what all the kids are doing these days anyway.
Making the face blow up?
Yeah.
Well, I don't condone that shit. I just want some nicotine.
I mean, if you're going to, like, tat up your face, why not add some scars while you're at it?
Well, I mean, scars are good, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
not on your face, but scars are conversational pieces, you know?
No, I think on your face would be the best place to have scars.
I guess people couldn't help but talk about it. Like, you'd try to look in the other direction and be like, hey, look at that bush over there.
Just think about the most infamous...
Titties.
Yes. Titties. That's man titties.
Tits.
Just think of the most infamous characters in all of American lore. There's Scarface.
Yeah,
I mean, come
true.
on.
I think if I had a scar on my face, that'd be the first thing I said to any stranger. I'd be like, stop looking at the scar on my face. No, I'm just kidding, bro.
Just walk up to somebody and be like, I'll cut you.
Yeah, right? I'll do what they did to me. I'm passing on the love.
Walk around with anger.
I got a bathroom invention for you. You ready?
Yeah. Is it a bidet?
No, but if I invented that, I'd be like, see, y'all love me because I shower your vaginas with love.
You would never leave the bathroom.
No, I wouldn't. I would love that thing.
Gay.
All right. I don't know. We'll go back to that. It's not gay. Okay, my bathroom invention. All right. Public bathrooms are usually filthy, right?
Correct.
As a whole, filthy, stinking. You know, there's like shit on the walls.
I
And
find they're getting better, but yeah, I agree.
in general, I think, they're getting better, but in general, I think they're kind of filthy. And I want to invent a self-cleaning bathroom. So you got like valves in the ceiling that as soon as you leave, it sprays scrubber bubbles everywhere, just the whole room.
I like it.
Done.
Yep.
And then there's a mist that fans everything into the floor drain and rinses it away. And then you walk into a sparkling clean bathroom every time.
That's good. I like it.
So that's my invention. But we can't use scrubber bubbles unless they pay us. So if you're out there, scrubber bubbles, we ain't using you.
Let's
unless you
invent our
pay
own
us.
scrubber bubbles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I know how to make bubbles, but I don't know how to make them scrub.
It's you just add some carbonation to them.
You got to tell them what to do, bruh.
You just add a little Sprite to the scrubbies,
You need to be like a bubble whisperer.
and they become scrubber bubbles.
You are a scrubber bubble.
You have the power within.
Yes. All right, then.
Yeah. All right. So how's this going so far, Dave? Because last night we were already like 5 fuck this sucks into it.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I was on one last night, bro. Everything was, my phone was fucking blowing up with text messages from my family that's in the same house as me while I just told them I'm going live right now.
Yeah.
And then we tried to go live on Instagram, and apparently it was a failure.
Yeah.
We had super technical difficulties. That should be my middle fucking name, bro. Dave.
Technical difficulty.
Super electronic technical difficulties 24/7.
I think that applies to anybody who's born not in the 80s or above.
I guess. It fucking pisses me off, man.
It drives me crazy too.
It's made to be convenient, but really it's the opposite. At least for me, it just stabs me in the head all the time.
Well, that's because it's probably it is what you just said, but we weren't taught.
I don't know, bro.
So it's up to us to self-teach at this point because we missed the boat.
Yeah, but it's like all you have to do is press this button and it happens. So I press the button and it's like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. You have to understand this before you press the button.
And then it ain't even a button no more. It's just a screen. You just pressing a button. You're like, well, did I press the right spot? Did it acknowledge that I pressed the imaginary button? Like,
Yep.
give me a button again so I know when I press it, it makes a noise. And if it doesn't work, I can hit it.
Dude, the new iPhone literally has 0 buttons.
Yeah. Not even a home button?
Nope.
They took away the one fucking button.
They took away the button.
That's like taking away customer service, bro. Like, who are you going to call?
You call nobody. You just swipe up.
Yeah. They're like, Google the answer.
Yeah. If you don't,
Smart-ass phone.
if you don't know, you better figure it out.
In our first episode, maybe not our first, but we talked about how our phones are listening and targeting us with ads based on what we talk about.
Yes.
So I thought of an easier way to test this. So just record yourself saying the same word over and over again, some crazy product, like you had mentioned, mule saddles.
Purple fox, purple fox,
Yeah,
purple fox,
so you
purple
just
fox.
record yourself, and then you put that on loop, and you put it next to your girlfriend's phone overnight while y'all sleep.
Ah.
So then, next thing you know, she's shopping at Purple Fox.
Yes, that's a great idea. So subliminal, subliminal.
Phone hypnotization.
Yeah.
Hypnotization.
Hypnotization.
Yeah. So you could hypnotize your phone.
I say yes to hip.
Really, you're using software to sabotage somebody else's phone.
But do you really believe in that? So
Yes, absolutely. 120.
really,
Yes.
have you ever used the technique?
No.
Well, then how do you have faith in it?
Because I have faith in myself. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
once I discover something, I
Yeah.
bring it to the Reloaded 504ians
Yeah.
and let them test.
Right.
the
Oh, I
hypothesis.
gotcha. So
So-
you come up with you're the idea guy.
Yeah.
And then they are the testers.
This is stage 1 development.
Gotcha. Okay, so you've got this all figured out.
So essentially, you could program your girlfriend, like, keep saying threesome into her phone, and then next thing you know, like, it's advertising books about threesomes to her. It'll put it on her mind.
That's a great idea.
It really is.
Right.
You could program somebody to do whatever the hell you want them to do. Like, always choose red. you
Yeah.
know, because you rigged something red near them.
All you just
Explosives.
need is their phone for 5 minutes.
Yeah. So.
And so what do you go into the like notes? What are you doing? You're going into Siri?
You're gonna record yourself saying the same thing over and over again, and then you're gonna use an app that lets you loop whatever you say.
What app is that?
I don't know. There's like 365 million of them. So,
Oh, there are.
So choose one that lets you loop whatever you say and just keeps playing it.
To who though?
You're gonna set your phone next to her phone, and while y'all sleep, your phone is gonna be whispering to her phone the whole night, the same word over and over again. And then when she wakes up tomorrow and she's browsing,
Yeah.
suddenly her phone keeps showing her stuff about threesomes.
Yes. And
And-
she'll be like, "Why did I have this urge with deep within me?"
Yeah, within a month's time, she's gonna bring it up.
Yep.
And you're gonna have to hide that shit-eating grin that you get when it happens, because you're gonna be like Mr. Burns, like,
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be like Skeletor.
hell yeah. To yourself though, you're gonna have to go in the next room and be like,
Yeah. While you
back
wring
out.
your hands.
yeah.
Which I never understood. What does that mean? Wringing your hands.
Never heard that phrase before in my life. But
Really?
I assume that you didn't make it up because you sound convinced that it already exists.
So wringing your hands is that motion that evil people make when they. That's called
Sure that's
wringing
not
your
rubbing your hands?
They call it wringing your hands, like
Who's
almost
they?
like wringing out a wet shirt.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Why don't you Google that, sir?
That doesn't mean that. Let's get something straight, bro.
It's a term.
If everything is a term, like Google, I could Google the word car and 340
Oxford
million
Dictionary
results are gonna
identify. No,
show
that's
up.
not true.
That is
Oxford
true.
Dictionary defines what I just said.
They're confused. You're full of shit. Oxford Dictionary? You made that up.
You've never heard of the Oxford
Let
Dictionary.
me Google if Todd lies.
Jesus
See what
Christ. This dude has never heard of the Oxford Dictionary. He thinks I
Yes.
just made that up.
No, I don't think you made up the fucking word Oxford Dictionary. I think you made up the phrase wringing your hands, and to justify it, you're like, look it up, it's in the dictionary. Everything's in the fucking dictionary, man.
Only if it's official. Everything's in the dictionary, man. What the fuck? Are you going to find splooge in the dictionary?
Is Todd lying?
Here. Interesting question.
Oh, thank you.
Is Todd a liar?
Interesting question.
She's not going
You're
to...
stupid. I can't curse in
Doesn't
front of
sound
my kid.
good.
No, it doesn't sound good.
She's not
You're
going to...
worthless and useless, Siri, and I hate you.
She's not going to slander me.
That doesn't sound good.
No crap.
It's Viking.
I have no idea. Let's see what Molly's doing.
Did he just ask for some Vicodin?
No, man. My kids don't do Vicodin.
That's what it sounded like.
Google it.
Damn, bro. You feeding your kid Vicodin at that age?
It's early in the morning. I need him to settle down.
Heard that.
What do you, speaking of stupid terms, what do you call it? It's not a golf clap. It's some sort of other kind of clap. Like, it's the clap you see in the movies where somebody does something and then everybody falls silent. Then that one person sort of starts to clap.
It's
and
the
then
slow-
gradually everyone else starts clapping too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the slow building clap.
It's a slow building clap?
That's what it's called.
Or you making up more fucking terms?
It's in the Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, bro. Dude, what do you call, like, was it invented by movies or does it really happen in real life?
It happens in real life, but it was definitely invented by movies.
It happens in real life? You've been to a place where that happened.
I've walked into rooms and people have slow build up clapped to me.
Okay, fuck out of here. Why are you so full of shit? Let's Google that.
You keep trying to rely on Google to find out what's inside my head. It's not going to work.
Yeah, but the slow building clap never happened to you before.
Yes, it damn near every time I walk into a convention center.
Wrong. 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 Wrong.
One time I went to Disney World.
You're wrong.
And as soon as I walked in the fucking theme park, all of the characters started with like a drop everything that's in your hands and commence to slow build up clap.
Was that like during your acid days or something?
I mean, technically these still are acid
You
days.
paused, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that as a yes. You were hallucinating. You were imagining everything.
Dave's a psychological therapist now because he can read into my pauses.
Exactly. That's what you heard in your head.
No, that's actually a normally built up clap.
Yeah, but in your head it started off real slow, probably because you were hallucinating at the time.
Why, hit the fade button?
Yeah, I guess. I wish I had a button where I could just press it and people would shut the fuck up, but I don't claim to have had that happen to me before.
You do have that button.
I don't know.
It's called a fist.
It's called a trigger. I got a great hustle. It's a new business concept. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's an app that rates fast food joints. Oh shit! I already told you about this last night, huh? Rate your own fast food joint. That way, if you get shitty service, you could be like, "Hey, the McDonald's on
You didn't tell me about
St.
that.
Charles. The McDonald's on St. Charles doesn't give you any ketchup. So then, when you go to the McDonald's on St. Charles, you know to ask for like extra ketchup.
Extra ketchup, please.
Like, don't be stingy with the ketchup. I heard about you,
Right.
Michelle.
Yeah, yeah,
Call them out by their name.
definitely. I'm cool with that. But at the same time, I'm not cool with that because I try my darndest to stay away from fast food.
Me too. But sometimes you just gotta. And
Yeah.
they catch you at that moment when you just gotta, like, you have no time at all. So you drive away inevitably missing something. And they know. They're like, he doesn't have time.
Yep.
He's not gonna check the bag. He don't need those onion rings. It's cool.
Yeah, that's. I hope that's not what they think.
I think they take advantage of us because they know what's happening.
Kind of like you know what happens when I pause.
Yeah, there you go.
So fast food workers have the same innate psychological skills that you have.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that for a living. Become a seer.
Okay.
I'll read into your, like the FBI does that. They like check out your body language and shit.
Right.
And they're like, oh, your hands are crossed, so you're not open to suggestion.
Right. What is my body language telling you right now?
Fuck you because you're flipping me the bird.
Hey.
That was an easy one.
You really are good at your job.
That's the beginning stages of being able to read body language. So, like, when somebody punches the shit out of you, it means they don't like you too much.
Wow, Dave, you're good at your craft.
What can I say, bro? Dude, recently I had a situation at work where some people lied on me, bro.
Damn.
Dead serious. I was accused of sabotage.
Really?
Yeah.
Sabotaging what? Please elaborate.
Well, it was said to upper management that I was like sabotaging the situation.
What situation? Oh, upper management accused you.
No, it's like coworkers accused me and said it to upper management.
Dang, you got some rats amongst you.
I know. Couldn't believe it. Sabotage. And I was like, this really is some conspiracy theory bullshit. I can't understand what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. When I was in rehab in Odyssey House, I had that happen to me. Somebody accused me of crapping on the floor of the shower.
Oh, I thought it was in a garbage can.
Oh, you know what? It was a garbage can. Thank you for correcting me.
And the person that accused you is now dead, so you can't really hold that against anybody.
That's very true. Well, you remember the story a lot better than I do, then.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
I mean, I remembered it because the dude died. He was like well, I would say mutual friend, but you weren't too friendly with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was dating his sister back in the day, so...
Nobody likes anybody that's smashing their sister.
Yeah. That was kind of the case. But
So that was the beef?
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the beef, like, you know, it was just, like, weird situation. Like, there wasn't, like, a surface beef.
Yeah.
But it was, like, I used Dave's extra... I've read your book on how to super psychologically read people's body in pauses.
Uh-huh.
And he had this weird, like, sideways look to him that I just didn't trust.
He was looking at you sideways?
Yeah.
Damn. That's when you know.
Yeah, so he comes into the rehab, like, when I'm on my way out, basically.
And he immediately, in his mind, you could tell he was saying, that dude's penis has been in my sister's vagina.
Yeah, like, I basically saw that in a bubble...
Above his head?
In a bubble text above his head.
It was like...
It was like that... yeah. It was like that movie that I was watching yesterday before I came over here with Mel Gibson. I think it's called What Women Want. Where, like, Mel Gibson has, like, he falls and has a head injury, and then all of a sudden he hears what women think.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this?
I think I saw, like, a preview, but didn't watch it.
So he's, like, a good-looking dude, like a super misogynist, and, like, he walks around and, like, all the chicks are like, oh, nice ass. But, like, really, most chicks hate him because he's, like, a pompous asshole, right? Like, but at the same time, he's a good-looking dude, so chicks want to fuck him, right? So, like, it's this tug of war. Like, the women who don't know him want to fuck him, and the women who do know him know he's a dickhead, so they hate him.
God, if anybody could do that, do you realize how much of a slave to that they would become?
Well, you'd be the most powerful man on earth.
Yeah, but you'd be a slave to likes, just like social media. It's the same principle.
If you could control your insecurities, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but everybody becomes super insecure. A lot of people become super insecure when it comes to social media because they're rating themselves based on the reactions they get from other people.
100%. Yeah, that would be. I never even thought about that dynamic of it, Dave. That would really fuck people up.
Yeah. You'd start changing what you do to try to get a favorable reaction above their head. Was he seeing it above their head?
No, he would just hear it. He would hear it.
And he could hear it in their tone of voice?
He would hear it before they said it. Like, so somebody would be, like, so a chick would be about to say something, and he would say it, and she's like, I didn't even say that. And you'd be like, you thought it, though.
He could hear it in their tone of voice?
No, maybe theirs. I don't remember. Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be fucked up if he heard it in, like, a zombie voice.
Well,
like
I think it was their voice.
Oh, okay. You look really good today.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Instead of being turned on, you'd be like, oh my God, I need to hide my penis.
It was definitely in the chick's voice. But yeah, somehow that reminded me of what we were just talking about, which has slipped my mind.
You do that often. You know why?
Brain cell damage?
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think it's because you take the pot.
Yeah, maybe. I tell you what, though, dude, when I was when I wasn't smoking the weed, when I wasn't taking the pot,
Yeah.
dude, it was my memory was a lot worse. My short-term memory was a lot worse. Like I would walk into rooms on a regular basis and like forgot what I was walking in the room for, that type of shit. Like
When you were not smoking
when I
weed?
was not smoking.
That's not healthy, bro. My grandmother used to do that, but she was old, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it's gotten better, is what I'm saying.
She would, you know what she would do? She would call you by name, like say she walked outside right now to come get me to eat lunch or something. She'd be like, Lonnie, Mark, David.
Right.
Like she's cycling through all of the names of people in our family to find out
Yeah.
who the fuck I am, and then once she realizes, she's like, you.
My grandma used to
Yes.
do that, right.
That's where we're headed, bro.
I'm okay with it. Like I said, it's getting better.
That's crazy, bro.
But it was also around the time when I was like getting fired a lot, so I was super like I had this weird
You say that like it's past tense.
Right, it just happened Friday. But it was different back in the day. Like
Okay, it's a different kind of fired.
it was like I had more passion. I was more into it then. Like getting fired hurt my feelings more back then.
Gotcha.
So it would like fuck with my psyche. So like I think in the back of my head I was like searching for my mental flaws, and everything was like hyper put in front of me. What's the word? It was just everything was showcased for me, right? So I
Yeah.
was hypersensitive to all the things that would happen in everyday life. But yeah, like I just noticed it was like happening way too regular, and doesn't happen anymore.
What did you do about it?
Nothing, I guess, right? Like maybe just focused a little more.
Yeah.
But I just slowly, and it coincided with me because that was the catalyst, right? Like, so I got laid off from Keystone, and then that set the dominoes in motion. But once I got laid off of Keystone, that's when I could start smoking.
Maybe you're just going through a laid off season, like you're having an off season. Because if you say season, there's no particular start and finish.
Beginning or end?
Right.
Maybe so.
Maybe it's a cycle. You're on the
I know what it is.
down
I
tick.
100% know what it is.
I know what it is. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, sure.
You, in your mind, have already decided that you're going to be independently employed. You're going to be an entrepreneur. So you're not putting up with any shit from anybody. And you could try to mask it, but you still come off as, fuck y'all.
Maybe, but I don't think. Okay, so I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty straightforward. Like in this last position, the dude who let me go. So the dynamic is weird, bro. Like, so I have a boss who I never interact with, and his only role is to approve my timesheet, right? So
Yeah.
But so he approves the timesheet, but then he doesn't pay me. He doesn't sign checks. His company doesn't pay me. So there's that dynamic, and the person that I report to is my peer. So there is no hierarchy.
I got you.
So there's no report to structure. So the only person that I feel that could judge me would be my peer, the one that I'm directly doing the work for, and she was all peaches. Like, everything was cool between us. So
Were you trying to get in her drawers?
I mean, of course not, Dave. Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
What up, Jodes?
I never do that.
Maybe she felt like you were. Maybe you were undressing her with your eyes.
Maybe, but I mean, I feel like that would be complimentary.
I don't think we should be held accountable for that. Like, if you're a sexy chick, get used to it. It's going to happen.
I think they know that.
But don't be offended by it, is what I'm saying.
I think they pick and choose. Like, if they're having a bad day, they'll be like, fuck that guy. Or if they're having a good day, they're like, oh yeah, my ass is tight today.
Yeah, but there's like the comical situation where the sexy chick walks past a group of construction guys and gets whistled at,
Right.
and then she's pissed off and feels insulted or violated, but she's walking around with cleavage hanging out
Yep.
in a form-fitting skirt.
Exactly.
So you can see like her butt cheek rounds.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's called a walk-in, what's the word?
Contradiction.
Contradiction.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess it's sort of along those lines, but I wanted to bring up that show, Cheaters. It's been on forever. You ever watch an episode?
Back in the day.
I did when it started, but then I got tired of it because it's the same format over and over and over again.
I'm pretty sure it's all theatrics.
Well, I want to know a few things. Like, I want to know why do people wonder why the guy cheats when the guy always has, like, the roughest looking old lady? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, repeat that.
Like, okay, the guy on the show cheats on the girl, and everybody's like, why would you do such a thing? But his old lady looks rough as fuck. Like, he's got, like, a 4. Like, he's dating a 4, and he cheated on her. And everybody's like, why? And I'm like,
Oh,
well,
I didn't...
because she let herself become a fucking 4.
Yeah, I've never caught on to that dynamic of the show. It seems too easily scripted. And when the heatedness starts, it's always, like, I'd be a lot more heated. Like, I'd be actually hurting people.
Oh, so you don't think the reaction is genuine?
Yeah, dude, like, all this, like, hold me back and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, bro. Like, you banging my old lady, I'm gonna come tear through you.
Yeah. I used to, I hated that dude, Joey Greco.
Yeah.
That was the first host. And he always talked like this. And, like, right in the heat of the moment while you're, like, fighting with your old lady and your new old lady in a parking lot and there's 15 cameras on you, he walks up to you like Mr. Burns and he's like, so this is how you treat the person that you love the most. Like, somebody needed to knock the fuck out of him, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what, if he wasn't such a vagina, he would have been getting mad rebound pussy, but he probably wasn't because he's such a vagina.
Yeah, no, he's
a lurking creepy fuck.
He's a lurking creepy fuck, and he's an instigator. He's a shit talker, right? Like, he walks up right when the shit's, like, bubbling.
Yeah.
And he just, like, puts a little spice in there.
Did you see? I was so happy. Did you see when he got stabbed?
No.
Fuck yeah. So they follow this couple. The guy is cheating on the girl. So Joey Greco and his 5 vans jumps in a boat and follows this guy that's in a boat. And they pull up by boat. They pull up on the cheater.
Right.
And the cheater's like, are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of here. Do not come near me. Do not step on my boat. Do not come near me.
Right.
Of course, Joey Greco's like, is this how you treat your girlfriend? And he steps over from the cheater's boat into the dude's boat. And the dude straight up knifed him. Fucking stabbed him. And of course, Joey Greco's like, oh my God, I've been stabbed. Blah, blah, blah. He was not moving much. He was not talking much. And
really?
I was like, instead of feeling sorry for him, I was like, yeah, you fucking got what you deserved, you creepy lurking fuck.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
That was hilarious, dude.
See, I don't really even think that I gave the show enough attention to know who that dude was, but I do remember thinking, like, he's like a slimy bitch for coming out and, like, sprinkling the dust on the bubbling heat.
Definitely. They recruited that dude because he came off as a slimy bitch.
Yeah.
And he's not helping the situation. Like, you're already in a situation where you're being confronted by, like, cameras, live TV, old girlfriend, new girlfriend. And a lot of times a new girlfriend doesn't realize that you have an old girlfriend or, you know, that you're cheating on somebody else. So, like,
she doesn't want to be in the position. She doesn't want to be in front of cameras when this shit's going down.
Nobody does. And then she's like, what? I didn't do nothing. And then this feisty little bitch is coming out of nowhere like, fuck you, bitch. And she's like, what? I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know.
Bro. It's got to be shock all around.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, there's Joey Greco. Is this how you treat your girlfriend of 5 years?
Yeah.
Is this how you love her?
And then what is the, like, how do you even, the premise of the show? So, like, I would contact producers behind my significant other's back and be like, I think he's doing something fishy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. And then they spring into fucking action and turn it into a TV show. Fuck that.
They probably, like, have to talk people into this shit because you do realize, like, getting cheated on is a humiliating thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're about to go fucking worldwide with it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a circus.
Yeah.
So I would hope that they pay him. They probably don't pay him. They're probably like, hey, we'll find out for certain whether your loved one is cheating or not. Because, you know, they launched the investigative team and all of this crap.
Yeah, no, it's pretty shitty.
I think the only people that make out good out of that whole show is the private investigators because they're getting work.
Yeah. But are they legit PIs? Like,
probably. I don't think it takes much to become a PI. Like, I should probably just do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like becoming a a notary, right? Like, you take a test and you're in.
Yeah. I should probably find out and then become a PI and then just list my services for some like ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
And only take one job in my lifetime because
Yeah.
I just got paid 10 G's.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. I'll be like super exclusive. I'll launch a Facebook ad campaign and I'll be like, not taking any clients. Thanks.
Yeah, or like all of your commercials are like just a big pile of hay,
Yeah.
and then like you just come up from the bottom with like a needle, like
Oh, that's genius.
yeah,
Yeah. It'll be like, you wish you had the power of me.
exactly.
Not taking any clients.
Boom, and then the camera backs up, and the fucking pile of hay never gets smaller. It's just bigger.
Yeah, it's
and
just
bigger
huge.
and bigger and bigger.
And see, the genius is that you're advertising saying that you're not taking any clients, so you know the one person that responds is desperate as fuck.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I'll take you on as a client because I feel sorry for you, but you're going to have to pay me, buku.
Yeah, we're talking like 7 figures.
Yeah. And then you retire.
Yep.
That's awesome. You're kind of victimizing people, but
Well, so is Joey Greco.
yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I would snipe him out in a heartbeat. But you know what? I'd intentionally wing him just so I could watch him suffer for a while.
Let's wing him.
Just nick him, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, don't go for the headshot. Like, maybe just graze his arm so that he's like, ow.
I was thinking that maybe sniping, like, I would want to be up close.
That's not the premise of sniping.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I would lean away from sniping. I'd probably go more for, like, a clubbing.
Well, you could wing him, and then he's wounded, so he's not fighting back as much, and then run up and club him.
I wouldn't be concerned about him fighting back, though.
I'd totally have Ice Cube in the background. We be clubbing. And I'd beat the shit out of him.
Yes. Fucking, that's great. You
Get
should
that
definitely-
on film.
Yeah. It's got a nice, uppity beat, so, like, you could club to the beat.
Pow, pow, pow,
Yeah,
pow,
exactly.
pow.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting shot at, I need to tell the listeners a story.
Oh, shit.
You are familiar with this story. This is when I almost caught a bullet. You kind of saved me from catching the bullet.
All right, that's what I'm here for, Dave.
So Todd and I, we round up a couple of chicks, and we go to this spot that I know, country road, and park my truck.
Oh,
jump out,
gosh. This was a lovely day.
Yeah, and we walk up this little stream, and it gets to a point where it's like a deep pool with a small waterfall and a bench, like way up in the woods. Nobody knows about this shit, right? So we get there, and you know, we're swimming, having a good time or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I start to enact my fucking motives, right? So I'm telling the chicks, I'm like, look, nobody's out here. We could just get naked.
Yeah.
Y'all ever just swim naked in the woods like animals? It's great. Let's do that.
Wild animals.
Yeah. So they're like in the river part, and I'm on the bank, and I'm talking to them from like way up on the bank because I'm about to swing off of a rope.
Yep.
Into the water like Tarzan.
Yep.
And I just dropped trow. I'm like, look, I'll do it if y'all do it. And I just dropped my drawers right there.
Yep.
So I'm standing there hanging out, all of my lovely, hanging out.
It was a little weird for me.
And yeah, well, I didn't discuss it with you. I was just like, I was trying to get the girls naked, bro.
Yeah, I hear
my
you.
My bad, son, but I was just trying.
Well, I mean, I just rolled with the punches, bro.
Yeah, so I dropped trow, and they're thinking about it. I could tell. They were about to do it. And then some guy comes out of the woods with a fucking pistol in his hand, and he's like, hey, get the fuck out of here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at him like, okay, let me just say this. Like, you could have all the gangster in your tone that you want, but if you're standing there naked, like, you have a dilemma going on.
Yeah.
Like, do I stop and pull up my pants or act like I belong here naked and bitch at the guy with the pistol?
Well, you decided that option 2 was the better option.
So I started bitching at the guy with the pistol because I was like, look, we're getting our stuff together, we're leaving. At this point, the girls were like screaming and crying.
Yeah, it was bad.
They were fucking dead ass, frightened to death, worried about their lives.
I still had my clothes on.
So yeah, you still had your clothes on. I'm at this point the only naked person in the group.
I was super close to like dropping. I was like seconds away.
You were gonna back me up on this because you know the girls were gonna get naked next, and then I was
getting over the initial like what the fuck, and then I was like, you know what, fucking I can roll with this.
Yeah. So this guy ruined all of that.
Yeah.
So he starts screaming at me, and I'm like, look, we're leaving. Just put the gun away. You're scaring the girls. Put the gun away. And he wouldn't relent. He was like, no, motherfucker. And he's waving the pistol in the air, and then all of a sudden my blood started boiling.
He was aggressive.
I don't even know if I think I put my shorts back on by this point, but I started charging across the river towards the guy with the pistol.
Yeah, it was not smart.
By the way, Reloaded 504ians, please learn from my mistakes. Don't ever run towards somebody strapped. It's never going to end well.
Yeah, especially in water, because you can't, like, maneuver as well.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to this dude, so he was just a bad shot. That's why I'm alive today, because he proceeded to pick up the gun and aim at me and shoot.
Yeah.
And, thank God he missed me. But he was like, just such an aggressor. Like, you already got the pistol. You don't need to talk bad, too, and, like, rush me.
Yeah, he didn't know where to draw his own line. Like,
no, he did not. He did not. So I'm charging across the water. I think I'm clothed.
I'm yelling at the top of my lungs for Dave to get back at this point.
This dude is like talking bad with the pistol, and he's like, I'm going to shoot you, motherfucker. I'm like pointing up my mouth. I'm like, right here, motherfucker. And I'm like charging towards him. And then Todd comes up behind me and like bear hugs me and like pulls me off in the direction of the truck, which was, thanks, bruh. Appreciate it.
Yeah, all day, man. I'm here to save lives.
The dude popped a shot off, but he missed. I don't know if he meant to miss or I'm just a lucky guy.
Right. I don't know what his intentions were. So I'll keep going, please. The story doesn't end here.
Yeah, so we walk back to the truck upstream, and we get in the truck, and there's this fucking guy.
Yep.
In his vehicle, pistol hanging out of the fucking window, and I don't know what to do. So, and we're like fucking high school kids at this point. So he's bumper to bumper with me, so I just throw it in reverse. We're on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Bumper to bumper with me, so I just throw it in reverse, and while I'm backing up to the floor, like flooring it, this dude is chasing me. So now I got this guy with a pistol chasing me in reverse.
Yep. He was driving forward. We're driving in reverse.
Yeah.
So like we're all parties are staring at each other.
Yes, eye to eye, and we don't know where this is going to end.
Yeah.
So eventually, I get away from him. I don't remember that part.
I don't remember either.
I
think I was still yelling.
I don't know. I think everybody was yelling. I know the girls were yelling for their lives, and so we got away. So. Melbourne is that guy's name, I found out.
Oh, really?
He owns all the property in that area, like buku property.
Oh, okay.
But Karma got that motherfucker. I don't know if I told you this.
No.
He was running an old folks home, and he got caught embezzling money from the old folks home.
Fuck that guy.
Went to jail, bro.
Yeah, good for him.
Yep. Karma
is a bitch.
We love you, Karma.
Karma. Yeah, that was an interesting day, man.
Yeah.
That was all around, like, just surprises were coming out the woodwork.
Made it out alive.
Made it out alive, bro. No doubt.
A story for the podcast.
Definitely. That was a good one. That's something we need to illustrate. That's one we need to go ahead and, like, cartoonize.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would watch that.
There's a lot of stories that we have that would make great cartoons.
I think cartoons in general. Like, I'm with it.
I am too.
With the voiceovers and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's a really easy medium to work with, right? Like, it's almost like a piece of clay, I feel. Like, it's very malleable.
You gotta know how to draw, bro, and I don't.
Yeah, but I mean, they have, they have...
There's an app for that?
There's an app, right? But I haven't found one that does, like, that comic books you.
Yeah.
But I did find the app. I think, what is it called? I don't even know the name, so I'm not going to shout you out. But it basically it comic books your still photos.
Yeah.
So I can do that. Like, like I did my little commercial,
The fucking Instagram filters do that, bro.
Do they?
No, FaceTime. iPhone FaceTime filters do that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the extent of it. You can't record that shit as far as I know. Maybe you could with the app for recording your screen.
Yeah. Well, with the new phones, it's not even an app. Like, it's part of the phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See, that's what I want. If I could have that happen 24/7, I would do it all the time.
You can do that on your phone.
No, but I mean, like, in real life, if I could just cartoonize myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Or you could be like Gary Vee and just have somebody follow you around with a camera all day.
Yeah.
And then you just use the filter and make everything the cartoon.
That's why I need to be independently wealthy, so I can pay people to do that shit. Dude, if I was super rich, I would have a crackhead around me all the time.
You don't... okay, why?
Because all I got to do is pay him with crack. I'll be like, are you fiending? Go get hit by that bus right quick.
Oh, just for entertainment value.
Yeah, he's the court jester.
But what happens when he dies? on this
You
first
know how
parlor
many
trick.
crackheads there are on Earth? Like, totally replaceable.
Dude, I was driving to that property that I hope to get landed today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and there was a couple of crackheads. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen like bona fide, official, real life crackheads. Dude, they're awesome. They really are.
They're super predictable, very comical, very animated.
Yeah, they're not
and
unlike
clear.
zombies.
You're clear on what motivates them, whereas other people, you're not quite sure.
You don't know what's going on inside, in between those ears, but with these people, you pretty much do.
Yeah, they're very genuine. They're like
Very
"I'm a crackhead,
genuine,
bro.
Yeah. They're unapologetic about themselves, really.
See, so it would be great company to keep.
I don't know about the odor.
Well, I mean, they could stay in their own room.
Yeah.
Maybe you could clean them up a little bit.
Remind them to shower every 2 days or so.
You just spray them down with something that smells decent.
Tell them to go outside and hose them down.
Yeah, they don't care if they get wet. They just want cracks. So you could just like have a super soaker full of deodorant.
That's not a bad idea. Throw a few rocks out in like the sidewalk or on the driveway, and then just hit them with the hose.
Yeah. Then they smell like autumn sunrise.
All right. No, that's one way of getting around it.
So they're always around you. So let's say you keep at least one. So like this could have a myriad of uses, man. Say you walk into the 7-Eleven, whatever, and there's a long line.
Right.
And you gotta go. So you just pay the crackhead with a couple of rocks. You're like, look, here's one rock. I'll give you 4 more. Start punching everybody that's in front of you in line. Or like fake like you're having an asthma attack right by the front of the line. People are gonna scatter.
Yeah.
You run up, drop your $5 for pump 5, and then you're out.
Yep. Yeah, do that. Or you just have to hit one person, right? Just run up, hit the dude that's next in line, about to go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You hit him, people will start panicking, and then you just slip into the bathroom.
That's it. It's genius, bro.
I know. Well, I mean, you just got to find a crackhead.
Yeah, they're not that hard to find. You just have to know how to control them. Like, we need to write a book on how to maintain and care for your crackhead. We should sell them.
Were you a fan of The Walking Dead, or are you a fan of The Walking Dead?
No.
Okay, well, there's. Are you familiar with it? It's like
Yes.
it's a zombie show.
Yes.
One of the main characters, Michonne, she was introduced to the show as an outsider of the group, and her, I guess, her thing is that she carries a samurai sword, but she was introduced to the show as basically being like a walker. The zombies are called walkers.
Yeah.
A walker whisperer. Like, so she had like.
Oh, she's got the ability to talk to him.
Well, she just figured out a way to like she put them on an extended leash and like chopped off their mouth so they couldn't bite her. So like they don't have any mouth, and chopped off their arms so they can't like scratch her or kill her. But she kept them like to, I guess, blend in with the other walkers. So like as long as she had them, she could kind of guide them and like follow behind them, and like even in like a sea
That's
of
pretty smart.
a sea of walkers, right.
Yeah.
But she had them to where they couldn't harm her no matter what, because she chopped off their mouth and teeth and arms and shit.
I guess in the same vein, if you dressed up like a crackhead, like you could pretty much walk through any ghetto and nobody would fuck with you.
Yep, pretty much.
It's like ghetto camouflage.
Yeah, 100%.
I would keep a crackhead on with me at all times, bro. Like, you're bored. You're sitting there bored and frustrated. You're like, look, here's 2 rocks. Go run into that wall as fast as you can.
Have you heard of Mr. Beast?
No.
Okay. So Mr. Beast is a YouTube celebrity. He's a very unassuming fella. He's not beast-like at all. He's super awkward, and he's like, he's socially weird as fuck. Like, all of his friends are socially weird as fuck. But anyway, this is his spiel. His thing is, so he somehow became YouTube famous and rich and famous from YouTube. So he uses he uses the money now to continue his YouTube page. But what he does in his YouTube videos is he'll pay his friends like $1 million to do like ridiculously stupid shit.
Okay.
Like that same idea, but with his friends instead of crackheads.
Gotcha.
And so he makes billions of dollars on YouTube doing that.
And it just perpetuates itself? Like
Perpetuates
he's making
itself.
more than he's spending?
Perpetuates itself.
Meanwhile, I work constantly
Yeah.
to pay bills.
And he's like this dude who like makes you feel weird when he's talking to the camera. Like, he's not supposed to be making all the money that he's making.
Is he, like, he's socially awkward?
Yes.
So he's not in front of the camera much.
He is. But
is.
he's not, he hasn't mastered it. Like, he's just a weird fucking dude.
What? I want to do stuff like this for a living. I want to stop working.
But he didn't always have the money. Like, he got the money from the YouTube, and then when he got the money, he was like, oh, look, I have all this money. And then I think he did, like, what did he do? Like he'll buy a Lamborghini and then have all of his friends put their hands on it, and the last one to let go gets the Lamborghini.
This dude's got money like that?
Like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong in life, Todd?
And so, like, literally, the video will be like a time lapse of him and 7 friends with their hands on a fucking car.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Oh, his hand was on it too?
No, not his, but
okay.
all of his friends.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so the last person gets the car. Turns out it was like a used, like, 94 Lamborghini that was only worth like $43,000, but still.
Yeah. I'd still be the last dude. If I was involved in one of those contests, straight up, dude, I'm whipping out my dick and I'm peeing on anybody that I can reach. And if I got to take a crap, look out, bro, because guess what's going to be thrown at you right now?
Well, I don't want a car that bad, so.
Exactly. That's why I win the car and I drive by your house like, haha.
Well, I'll throw shit at you every time you drive by.
I got windows.
You're going to have fucking shit all in your grill.
It's all good. I got windows.
Yeah, well.
And then I stop at your house at 3 in the morning and use your hose to hose the shit off.
I'm awake at 3 in the morning.
And then
it's
you
all
flip
good.
out because you're worried about.
I run outside and
your lawn.
shoot you and your Lamborghini.
Well, that's assault, buddy.
No, it's the stand your ground law.
And then I'll be like, that car was worth $143,000.
And I'll be like,
Pay
joke's
up,
on
playa.
you,
Pay
Jack.
up, pay
It's
up.
worth $20,000 now because it's got bullet holes all in it.
I'm calling Morris Bart.
Call him.
One call, that's all.
One click, that's it.
You're done. I'm suing.
Yeah.
I can't stand people who do that for a living, bro.
Sue
There's
these
people out
nuts.
there that sue for a living.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I've discovered one
Are
recently.
you talking about lawyers?
People that pay lawyers to sue constantly. Frivolous lawsuits.
You said you met one recently?
Yeah, well, one came flushed out of the fucking weeds, and he's like sort of trying to, like, how would you put this, anonymously and gently? He's like trying to sue people in my family, bro. Basically, he's gearing up to do it. I'm watching him do it.
Is he a family member?
No, he's a family member of someone that was adopted into this family.
I don't know the dynamics of that, but so what kind of a leg does he have to stand on? I mean, this is none of my business, but I wouldn't know what business it was anyway. So
He's going through like dead people's wills in the family and challenging their validity so that he can try and carve out, because it's what he does. Like we sort of investigated him slightly, and his past is full of frivolous lawsuits.
oh shit.
Yeah, so fuck people like that. I can't stand people that ain't willing to work for a living and that use frivolous lawsuits to get at people because you're just tying up the court system and pissing people off.
No, but
Get a job.
do you blame
bitch.
him or do you blame the system? I'll blame the system personally.
Both.
He's
'Cause
gaming
just
the
like
system.
we were talking about, like years ago, somebody broke into somebody's house. While they were breaking into the dude's house, they broke their leg and they sued the homeowner
Right.
and won.
Well, I mean that's ridiculous.
Like if
but-
I was the judge and that happened, I'd be like, I quit. Straight up anarchy.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, but well, I mean, the system's flawed and it's corrupt, so it's doubly fucked.
And that's probably what pisses off cops a whole lot of times, because they arrest the same people over and over and over again because the system keeps letting them out.
Yeah, it's
I'd
gotta be
pissed off,
frustrating.
too.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, freeze? Why do I have to tell you to freeze? You're just gonna get out and do this again.
Yeah, well,
Here's
you
a
already
bullet
know the
hole.
fucking routine.
Yeah, here's my billy club.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
I'll not be a cop.
But I will say this: if the system sets it up to where there's loopholes, and you happen to be one that exploits the loophole, then I can't be mad at you.
No, I'm all for exploiting loopholes.
That's all that he's doing.
Yeah, but I just don't like it when it happens to me.
Yeah, I hear you. 100%.
Right, so I want to be the one that gets going, not gets got.
Yeah, definitely. I never really understood people's hatred for lawyers. Like, I understand that they can be the harbingers of horrible news, but they
think
can
it depends
also...
on what kind of lawyer they are.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that lawyers lie for a living. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
It's funny. I remember I had a girlfriend way back in the day in high school, and we got into an argument, and you know, I ended up talking my way through it, and I remember her being like, you know what, you should be a lawyer when you get older.
That was a compliment.
Right, but I didn't realize what exactly she meant.
She was trying to tell you, without sounding funny, that you're a master debater.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, that you're right. Like, she was saying that I can't believe you just convinced me to stay with you after you fuck some other girl, or
Yeah.
whatever the case was.
Yeah. Was that the case, Todd?
It was something like I don't know, but I definitely flipped the script on her. Like, I was in the wrong, and I somehow made her believe that it wasn't my fault. It was great.
And so, what was the end result? You got what you were looking for?
100%.
That's fucking cool.
And I think so hence the lawyer state. So she was like, God damn it, I don't know how you managed to become innocent when you were obviously guilty, but God damn it, you're innocent.
Awesome.
So I guess I say that to say that I don't really understand why. So yeah, obviously lawyers bend the truth and use words to manipulate.
Absolutely. They pervert the law is what they do.
Yeah, I'm okay with that though. I think it's a skill, and if you have the skill, then
It's like you got a superpower. You're going to use it for good or evil. And
True.
some of those motherfuckers use it for evil.
well, everybody has a right to be defended.
That's like when you watch a TV, you see all these commercials, especially during the day. Did you get hit in a car wreck? Call me. And they're
Yep.
tearing up checks and all this crap.
Yeah.
The ambulance chasers. They're just like the fucking chihuahuas of life, bro. They're just, and they won't shut up, and the law's on their side, and you can't do anything about it.
No, but who are they? Who are they? Are they hurting you? Like, they're hurting the big man, so I'm okay with that.
Yes and no. I mean, they're the reason that it takes so long to go through the judicial system because they got to deal with all of this gunk. You know what I'm saying?
They're
It's
part
a
of the
clogged
reason?
Pipe.
Yeah, but
That's why I would pay to have a crackhead, because you could be like, hey, go beat the shit out of that guy. Here's a rock.
Right. I hear you. I don't disagree. I think that systemically it's flawed from the top down. So I think you're a lawyer. Like, let's say you go to law school and you get barred and you're now an attorney. If you're a good one, you're going to game the system because the system's set up that way. I mean, that's just how you're going to do it.
They're expensive as fuck. I know that.
Yeah, like we're talking like 3-4 figures an hour.
Yeah, you get a decent one. You're gonna be expected to retain him, and that's gonna cost like 2 G's before he starts work. So
Yeah.
like, here's a pot. Put 2 G's in it. I'll take it as I need it.
It's ridiculous.
And you'll replenish it, and you'll like it.
Yeah, but I mean, freedom is priceless.
Freedom's just another 4-letter word.
Freedom's just what was it? Freedom's just another 4-letter word. I don't think that I'm singing that right.
No.
Freedom's just another word. Janis Joplin. How did the damn lyrics go?
Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose.
Nothing left to lose.
Nothing if it ain't free. Something like that.
Okay. All right.
You feeling me on that?
Yeah. Nothing if it ain't free.
All right, bruh. With that, we're gonna be free to exit this.
What are you talking about?
It's been an hour, bro.
No,
we gotta let him go.
Jeez, stay with me.
We need to let him go.
Go to the light,
We
Caroline.
need to reset the clock on this.
Go to the light.
Caroline.
Caroline.
Good night. God bless. Good day. Whatever the fuck it is outside.
It's the morning, yet we sit in darkness.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the world outside.
I don't know what time it is.
Peace, 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 peace.
Holler.